Ramble.
Thank you to Everlane and Chime for sponsoring today's episode of the TryPod. What's the deal with prices?
That's the deal with canceled flights and the high prices
Flights
on the airplanes.
Flights
are
canceled.
canceled.
Flights
getting
are canceled this year.
Cancel flights.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot going on with Uber. It's like they had venture capital money making it cheap for people, and then that's like now they're raising the prices, and then supply and demand with with COVID,
Inflation.
Not as many.
Popcorn costs more.
Yeah, I don't think inflation actually affects Ubers that much.
Everything.
But airplanes, gas prices.
Yeah. That's
Still high.
A lot
here.
to talk about on this comedy podcast.
Gas. Let's talk about it.
Hey, can we talk about the slang term gas?
What's that?
Gen Z kids.
Oh, like gas,
of which some may be listening. No, they're talking about like, oh, that's gas. Like
I haven't
that's
heard-
fire. That's like
Shut
something
up.
that's
Is Ned
really good.
introducing a hip slang to us?
No way.
You guys don't know
it's
about
called
gas?
That's Gas.
Like, that's such gas.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't know this.
Yeah.
Where did you were you watching a
I heard
Minecraft
it.
stream?
No, but it was nerdy. I heard it in real life at a Magic the Gathering draft event.
Wow.
Well,
This
I don't know
kid
that
was like giving the beat down on me, and he's like, straight gas. And
Are
then
those
I
kids-
also heard it on TikTok.
Yeah, our Magic the Gathering kids cool.
Because
Don't fucking come for me like
as a Magic the Gathering, you're a Magic Gathering adult.
I saw a child and a mother playing Magic the Gathering at a sushi restaurant on Thursday night
that's
last week, and it
adorable.
was absolutely adorable.
How
and as
old
they were
was the
playing,
child?
the kid was probably in the 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And was her deck gas? Straight gas?
It looked like
Straight gas.
I was like hoping she was just ripping him apart, just because that would be very funny.
Super funny.
But it was very funny to watch them play Magic. And then their sushi came, and the kid just with his left hand just starts picking up sushi and shoving it in his mouth with his hand, and like going soy sauce, boom. It was
Bam.
so funny to watch.
Destroying his mom. Yeah, I felt bad because I was losing, and also the keep saying gas like a slang term I didn't understand over and over again made me feel worse. We were also playing draft, which is a format where you take some and then you pass it.
Yeah.
So when I pass a bunch of cards and then he receives them and says, "Oh, there's so much gas," I'm like, "Oh no, did I miss something? Did I not take a good card and instead pass it to this guy?" Probably yeah, because then he put the beat down on me. But anyways, our Magic the Gathering kids cool? I think yeah. Am I cool? I think yeah.
Are they gas? You better believe
I
it.
was a Magic the Gathering kid, and
Yeah.
let me tell you,
You fell off the bandwagon?
I was not cool.
I
I
would
was like
tell
in
you,
middle
I'm with
school.
you.
Yeah.
That was then. Now
That's true.
nerdy things
That's
are cool.
That's a good point,
That's true.
actually.
Even
Right?
back then, video games weren't even like mainstream yet.
Pretty much.
It was like, unless you played a football or basketball video game,
Yeah.
like anything that wasn't that was still exclusively nerdy. But then the first-person shooters really changed the game, because that was a way for like fantasy and action to bridge together.
Things
Yeah.
really go through waves, right? You know, like the 80s, the nerds were nerds, and then they kind of rose up. Now, we just went through the generation where nerds were loved
Yeah.
and cool again. I think we're overdue for nerds to be put in their place.
You think we're on the way back down?
As a nerd, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Elon Musks of the world, those fucking dorks need to be put in their place.
Yeah, I think now it's like, maybe all the nerds became like wealthy, like becoming programmers for Google or something, and now everyone's
now they're
like,
super
"Ugh,
villains."
all these stupid wealthy nerds around.
Yeah.
Bunch of yeah.
If
I
Mark
don't know.
Zuckerberg got a few more noogies and shoved into some lockers at the Meta HQ,
We'll be a better place.
the world would be a better place.
He would have been a lifer at FedEx like a normal person.
You see the photos of Elon Musk's pasty
He
body.
looks like a ghost.
He was out on
So
some
funny
sort of
looking.
yacht playing in the ocean.
He is
Yeah, and I'm a pale boy, but that boy is milky.
I don't like that. Like, I can just picture him and his white pasty body eating like freaking
Mayonnaise
Doritos
sandwich.
and a mayonnaise sandwich. Yeah.
So I don't know how relatable this will be to the podcast, but so all my friends are like lawyers. They work for the SAC. They're like federal prosecutors, doing all these big boy jobs.
Are we allowed to
They're,
talk about it?
Huh?
Are we allowed to talk about it? Are you going to go into something
This is
privileged
insider
and
trading.
confidential?
I could, but I won't. Anyways, they're all following the Elon Musk Twitter acquisition opposition drama because now it's gone from, it first was like a thing on Twitter and kind of casual people give and takes, and now it's a full-on legal situation where it's like actually more like dense legalese takes. But anyways,
I assume everyone listening knows Elon tried to buy Twitter and now he's backing out because
Tesla lost a bunch of value. He's like, hey, maybe I shouldn't buy Twitter as a hobby. And now he's trying to back out of it and coming up with random reasons like, there's too many bots. But that was never something in any of the contracts. And so now they're duking it out in a Delaware court, which the Delaware is where all the corporate law goes down. I feel like nobody's gonna be liking my story.
Oh, right now, Ned, we're in.
Okay, you're in.
Tell me,
anyways,
I don't actually know this shit. Why Delaware? Why is it always Delaware?
Because you don't have to pay a business fee to be be
Yeah.
So they incorporated
it has very
Delaware.
generous corporate laws, but this is where it's all getting
We should
duked
have.
out. So
Here's the truth.
Twitter sued Elon saying, hey, you promised to buy us with this like actual contract, and now we're going to have a judge determine, hey, are you forced to buy us?
Whoa.
Like that is a potential outcome in this legal battle is, hey, you said you were going to buy us and you have no good reason to not buy us. So you have to buy us.
And if
that's probably not what's going to happen.
It's like you
it'll probably
pre-ordered
be
Twitter.
some sort of a
settlement.
settlement fee of like billions of dollars. But that's a very funny outcome is somebody starting to try and buy Twitter way over market price as a joke. Because even the price he suggested was like
45 bill?
54.20.
Oh my God.
I
hate him
which
so much.
which was like way over what their stock
He
price
needs a
was.
noogie. He's a dork.
So that's why Twitter was like, okay,
Yeah,
I guess that's
sure.
a lot of money. And then he's like, oh, ha, 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 lol. But
I did it for the lols.
he could be forced to actually buy Twitter.
Was that a good
from
line?
this course?
Yeah.
You liked it?
And so my friends, they're like reading all the briefs, which are just totally eviscerating Elon, which are very funny. It's the only time I've ever read a legal brief and actually been entertained. Yeah, I read the first couple pages. This is what I do in my spare time.
It was the only time
I
you
talk
read
about
it
with
and
my
were
friends.
entertained, which suggests that you've read other legal briefs.
Tried.
Yeah. My friends are always sending. It's like PDFs blow up the chat.
You gotta check out this legal
No,
brief.
I'm
only
serious.
27 pages long, and you're gonna get it.
Sometimes
it.
though, it's written in like pretty approachable language.
Yeah. You're not gonna believe what they do with the freaking Miranda law.
They even cited as part of the brief like a Elon poop emoji. That was a reply
man.
to like a Twitter tweet.
I think the world would be a better place if he
Had to buy Twitter.
had to buy Twitter.
That's what you were going to say?
Yeah.
That's
Do you guys have any new? Oh no, sorry. This is not what I was going to transition, but actually keeping it on the celebo topic. You hear
Yeah.
about Kylie Jenner's flights?
I haven't.
No.
Oh
what?
my God! This made me.
Where's she flying?
Welcome
Okay.
back to your number one celebo
Celebby.
goss podcast. Dumois, get bodied, bitch. This is our
Holy
pod.
shit!
Whoa.
Demois was a
What's
sponsor.
Dumois?
I like Dumois.
It's a celebrity gossip, like an Instagram account now.
Get
podcast.
bodied, Dumois.
Get bodied. Kylie
go
Jenner.
back to
We need a bomb
France?
sound effect.
Hey,
You
that
still
was
only have
hot.
two sound
That
effects
was
after all this
loud.
time.
That was
I have a
loud.
couple stock ones. 'cause
We bought
I have
you
to
this
I have to
really expensive soundboard, and you have two sound effects.
I have this one.
That expensive.
Yeah,
No,
well,
that's the same one. Yeah,
Same.
I have this one.
you have multiple buttons for the same sound effect.
So
Miles tricked out the entire studio and still runs it like it's 2016.
people are gonna like it, man. People,
It's good.
People love the scrappiness.
You don't
Anyway,
want too many choices.
that's kind of my thing
Tell
too.
me about Kylie.
Yeah.
Kylie, there's an account I think called Celeb Jets, and it caught Kylie Jenner taking multiple times a week, taking a private jet from one airport in Los Angeles to another airport in Los
Oh,
Angeles.
yikes.
3-minute flight, 40-minute drive. She's taking the flight to get like across town.
Miles, when you phrase it like that,
You're
3-minute
like, oh,
flight versus a
saving
40-minute drive.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
but people are making fun of it because it's just like it's crazy that people tell you to recycle.
Sure.
And like
Sure.
this is, and then like she had other things where it was like, which private jet should we take, mine or Kim's? And it's like,
Okay, I did see this. If someone's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
that-
choking on paper straws for this shit.
yeah, right. It's like,
It's so
are you
funny.
fucking kidding? It's crazy.
You know, it's a similarly
That's so
fucked up thing,
crazy.
but it's not celebrities that make it fucked up. It's how much it costs to put a police helicopter in the air.
How much?
Oh yeah.
It's like $40,000 every
That's
time one takes
crazy.
flight.
My favorite
So
clip
how
of
many
the
have you
year.
seen in LA?
Wow.
Every day.
Every day.
And you know what they're doing up there?
Nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Best
Nothing.
clip of the year. I forget what state it was in, but there was a police helicopter shouting at people, "Get out of the pool!" because there were no lifeguards on duty, so people couldn't go swimming. No. And they don't have lifeguards currently because they're not paying lifeguards enough. So no one wants to be a lifeguard. So there's a shortage of lifeguards. So their solution was to have a police helicopter fly above and yell at people to get out of the water.
If you paid that $40,000 across a year's salary to a lifeguard, I bet you'd have one.
Yeah.
If you added that 40K
That's a
to
pretty good summer job. That's
a pretty fucking good lifeguard.
summer
You're telling me
job.
$40K for a summer?
yeah.
That's
Sign me up.
I mean,
insane.
that's yes, because
and
it
you
was
get
40K
to get
for that
hot.
day.
You get,
Pretty much,
you
baby.
get
And I get to
tan, save
resuscitate
people.
Wendy Pfeffercorn? Hell yeah.
Wendy Pfeffercorn.
Isn't that the Sandlot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a great name, though.
Yeah.
All right, see, I got it.
Oiling and lotioning, oiling and lotioning. I just can't take it anymore. Squints, what are you doing? He's going for it. And then he pretends to drown so he can kiss the lifeguard.
Oh, right.
It's borderline
Yeah,
problematic.
No, it's very
definitely problematic, but
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
playful at the time.
A lot of movies at that time
Yeah.
were like, oh, this is a crime. But
Yeah.
it's
So
romance.
But
many-
they get married, which is really
Just-
weird
it's
signals to
strange.
send. They have 8 kids. Something
That's
like
the
that.
ending of the
That's
movie.
the ending of the movie.
I know. Used to watch it every summer
Yeah.
around my birthday.
Should we commandeer the Try Guys movie night tonight? We're having a company outdoor.
Watching the Sandlot.
we're having an outdoor rooftop screening in downtown. It's our big company outing. We're watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is the dopest movie
It's
of the year. If
great.
you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, you got to go check it out.
I haven't
fun.
seen it,
Well,
so
you're
I'm
in.
excited
Oh,
for
Dude,
tonight.
I'm
oh,
fucking stoked.
You're so lucky.
But
I
unfortunately, we
know,
are switching
I
it to
know.
the Sandlot.
Yeah.
Is there
It'll
going to
be
be food?
tough.
Is there going to be food there?
Yes.
Nick is in charge.
Well, we're
but I think
also
it's
going
little-
out to dinner beforehand.
Little snacks.
There's going to be snacks, mostly popcorny things. But
Are
then
we
we're
going out to dinner? I don't think that's.
Yeah, it's on the schedule. Did you read the call sheet for today?
I never read the call sheet.
The call sheet has the dinner involved.
It is. Yeah,
That's cool.
We got to wrap in time for dinner.
Where's the dinner?
It's just said dinner.
Are you sure Miles is
Literally
invited to
just
dinner?
said.
Is
dinner.
it my dinner or is it like you guys scarfing a sandwich in your office
Yeah,
before the
mine-
movie?
No,
Sandwich
the movie
star.
doesn't start till 8:30. Dinner's at 6. Well, plenty of time.
Oh, okay.
But
cool.
I don't know if
can't.
you're invited, Miles.
Well, I don't even know that I can go.
Yeah,
What
sure,
are you
sure.
talking about?
I have dance.
You
No,
have
I don't know.
dance?
I have dance
Have you
club.
guys been
Dance
seeing
club.
Jack's TikToks?
He's a
Guys.
So our PA, Jack, he is an amazing dancer.
Incredible dancer.
I just followed him
actually
on
wanna look at
TikTok.
right
he only
now.
has like 12 followers.
Guys,
And
show
you
Jack
got
some love.
He's gonna blow up.
Blow
JK
it up.
underscore McGill, I think is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the username needs some work.
Yeah, it needs to be like Jack dances hard.
right.
Yeah. Jack dance hard.
Jack Hard
Jack
Dance.
dance.
Jack Hard Dance. That one sounds sexual.
Jack hard.
I'm not kidding. Okay, so you're talking about the one he posted yesterday, which he
Yeah.
then
Just fire.
I
Just
literally- I
call
was-
Matt Stefanina.
I was in bed with Maggie. We were supposed to like watch this cult documentary, but we were both
You're watching Jack dance.
we were both like we're on our phone, and I'm like, Maggie, look at this. And we watched Jack, and we watched it on loop maybe 6 times.
That's a
and
lot.
I was like,
Yeah, I watched it, like-
and then we went through
think
and
I
watched
watched about
all
half
his
of it.
other ones, and I was just cheering in bed.
He just ripped his hat off.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
It's
Oh my
Magic
God.
Mike style.
It's fucking.
It's hot.
What's so funny too is that I don't know that you can say that, Keith.
The dancing.
Okay.
You guys say it to me all the time.
Yeah. Well, you're
Can't I
here.
describe as someone's dancing as hot?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
I think it is.
Yeah. I guess when you say it to me, it's sort of like, what's it called? Mutually assured destruction. I call you hot. You call me hot. It's kind of
Hashtag
like
hip hop. Hashtag hip hop dance. Hashtag this is so hot. I'm so hot. Hashtag.
Oh, I lost my train of thought.
Jack
He's
dancing.
hot?
He's hot.
Yeah, the dancing style is so. Oh, what makes it so funny too is that Jack is just the sweetest
Yes.
young
you
man
wouldn't
that ever
expect it
was.
from
Sweetest
his
boy.
office personality.
He's almost he's like a couple degrees away from a humanoid Paddington.
He's very
but then
sweet.
imagine Paddington dancing like JT in his prime.
Yeah. He really can move. And it does not, you would not expect that from talking to him.
Yeah, he just is like this. It's true. It's true. Like, he's like a very calm, chill guy. So you wouldn't expect he's a hip hop dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, what sort of energy would you expect someone to be a dancer?
Yo, what's up? I'm about to fucking drop it.
Yes.
Right.
Kind of like,
If you told me that Jack danced, I'd be like, maybe he does swing. He's got that kind. He's got
He
a very
does do
like.
tap, and I think he does do
tap.
swing.
He's got
I
a
think he does.
1920s energy.
Yes.
He's got a gentleman era
Yeah.
energy.
Big Gatsby energy.
Gentleman Jack.
BGE.
Guys.
Oh, yo, he's got that big Gatsby energy.
Yeah.
Look, nobody likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you've got bills due.
That's for sure.
That's right, Keith. Good thing there's Chime. Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Yes, that's right. Up to 2 days early before you even get paid.
Whoa.
That's 2 more days to save, pay bills, generally just feel good about your money situation. Chime is more than about just getting paid early. It's also an award-winning app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/tryguys. That's chime.com/tryguys. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
Okay, I am wearing some pants that I sure do love. And what are the pants I'm wearing? They're from Everlane. That's right. They partner with responsible factories. They ensure every piece of clothing looks and feels great for years to come. I truly do wear these Everlane jeans like crazy. They're super comfortable. I also got some cute shoes from them. I want clothes that stay in a good condition and they don't just become a fashion trend of the past. They have like good, clean staples. And not only do they use high quality materials, Everlane strives to use the materials with the least impact on the planet. So they prioritize sourcing raw materials from transparent, recycled, organic, and renewable sources. And in their factories and partners, they look for those who use renewable energy, right? And if you want to do things differently from your core to your closet, shop Everlane. Go to everlane.com/tryguys and sign up for 10% off your first order. That's 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/tryguys and sign up. Everlane, helping people live their best lives with the least impact on the planet.
I saw my dad. He looks at me and he goes,
Your dad?
my father.
Okay, yeah.
He looks at me and he goes, I walk up, I'm with my dog. He sees us and he goes, BDE. And I go, I'm sorry, Dad, what? And he goes, BDE, best dog ever. And he was talking about Bowie.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, Dad, no.
He had no idea. He wasn't like making a joke. He just had no idea about the other. Wow.
That's an old-fashioned dad
That's
right
a good
there.
dad joke.
And he looks me in the eye.
BDE.
BDE. That's my son with the BDE.
Oh my God.
Takes
that's
one to
funny.
know one.
That's true.
My son, he's got the BDE.
He's got the BDE. He and his
Do
group.
you think that dick size is genetic? Is that something that gets passed down generation?
It's gotta be genetic. It's like
You get your dick size from your
That's
mom.
The family
you get
guy
everything
joke is
genetically.
The kid has a
Yeah.
way bigger dick than his dad.
Evolutionarily, it makes sense.
I wonder
Yeah.
if my dad is going around telling
I don't
people
know
that his
why
son has a BDE.
He has the best dog ever.
he is the best dog ever.
You think evolutionarily
'Cause it's like-
larger dick is
Yeah,
important?
because you're like, oh, I'm so
sure
attracted to
to
that
an
big old.
extent
Like,
that's true,
you know,
but
it's
I
like
don't know. I think
primates.
that- I
Primates being like, I'm so attracted to that big old hog, and then it's like their kin. They
Yeah.
keep the big old hog. And
Let's
it's
bring
like,
tiny dicks back.
Weren't they actually popular?
Nobody's-
Weren't they actually? Wasn't that actually a thing at some point in history?
In the
I'm not
Renaissance
kidding.
era?
I feel like tiny dicks were like desirable at some point.
Well, it's definitely in the Renaissance, like
All the paintings.
being plump was popular.
being
'cause it
being
meant
plump
that you
with
were-
a tiny little
you were
dick.
well
Look at you with your
wealthy.
freakish giant hog.
Ugh.
Oh, you're gonna have back problems with that thing.
All right, I'm gonna do a dangerous Google.
how big does it have to
My dick's so big I have lower back problems.
be? I mean, I have.
Dude, you're not winning any races
Oh,
with
man,
that. You're not
that's
aerodynamic.
funny.
You need a tiny dick to be aerodynamic.
Actually, man, maybe it was the ancient Greek times when all the athletes competed naked.
Yeah.
Like everything's a performance.
Try kicking me in the nuts. You can't even find the target. Dude, my dick is so small.
Oh my God.
I think we could do this.
When I was in, I went to the Coliseum. I was in Italy like a little bit ago.
Pragma.
Not to fucking brag, but it was crazy to be in the Coliseum and be like, oh shit, yeah, people fought to the death here. That's pretty fucked up. It's a crazy place to be.
I'm reading a Vice.com article about dick size through history.
Oh.
And it may be shocking to learn that the ancient Greeks, the ostensible progenitors of Western cultural and aesthetic values, abhorred big dicks.
Yes.
The proper or beautiful penis is dainty.
Wow.
A human
Yes.
with
Dainty.
very large genitalia, especially male genitalia, is considered to be grotesque.
Yep.
Laughable. And it's true, because when you look at those old plays, they would wear big, giant dicks as like it was like the
gag,
joke.
yeah.
It was like, look how big their stupid penises are. The idiot villains have such big penises. Ugh.
Oh yeah,
Little dicks. Little dicks. Little dicks. Look at Miles is grimacing because you large dick freak.
You're going to be an outcast.
That's a lawsuit.
You said I couldn't call Jack's dance moves hot. You directly are talking about our employees' genitals on live.
He's a freak.
Live on air.
He's a freak. He said it.
I guess it was better when we were talking about Elon Musk as a little bitch.
But actually, I guess it's also
I'm
like.
sorry, Miles. That was rude of me to say. We all know that you're a tiny boy like
No,
us.
please keep. I'll take it. Do you guys have any new hobbies? Sorry, there's a hard pivot.
You know, I don't, but I a couple days ago remembered that I had a euphonium in my garage and I wasn't playing it. And I'm like, what are you doing, Keith? You got a euphonium in your garage.
What is that?
A euphonium is a baritone, which is, okay, that didn't help. It looks like it's the same key as a trombone, but it's like a valved instrument. It sits in your lap. It's like a small tuba. Like maybe one has
What are
rotary
you
valves.
talking about?
Anyway, I remembered I had a baritone in my garage, and I had bought it at a thrift. I had bought it at an antique store. And when I first tried to play it, I couldn't play it because the mouthpiece is too big. But then last year, I learned to play the trombone, and guess what has the same size mouthpiece as a trombone?
A flute.
A baritone.
Oh.
And now I can play the baritone without ever practicing the baritone. What an honor!
Wow.
So yes,
Your new hobby?
I was going to say I got a bouncy house in my backyard now.
That's a good hobby.
It's a good hobby. Are you going out there solo or
Pretty
just
much
with the kids?
daily with the kids. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
6
How big is
a.m.
it?
Dad, you want to do bounce house? I'm like, okay.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That gets the
really
blood
cool.
flowing.
Yeah.
Also, I did something super sick, Miles. You'd appreciate
Whoa.
this. I synced it up to a smart plug. So now I just say, hey,
hell yeah.
hey, smart app.
It's
Turn
bouncy
on
house
the bounce
time.
house.
And
And,
does it-
and it says, yes, sir. And it goes boop,
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah,
How long
pretty
does it take to
sweet.
blow up?
like in 30 seconds.
Holy
it's a small
wow.
bounce. This is a $300 bounce house. It's not very big.
It's
I mean,
small.
it's
Yeah,
like-
it's little. Yeah.
it's probably 10 by 10.
Got it.
oh wow,
That's pretty big.
Pretty fucking big.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's enough.
fucking big.
Maybe
Pretty
8 by
fucking
8.
big.
Damn.
Do you put any
Yeah.
like, I don't know, ball pit balls in there?
Yeah,
You
Jell-O.
fucking dance around,
Not
yes, Jell-O.
really. It's
Peanut
sort
butter.
of, it's flat with a slide, so the ball pit balls would probably just fall out. But that would be fun. Honestly, the ball pit ball that I have in there is my 18-month-old. He just bounces around.
That's right.
Me and Wes fling him around.
Fling him around.
Yeah.
Sorta, you're jumping, and there's a little baby there. The baby gets bounced like
He
a
seems
ball.
to enjoy it.
Wow.
He's loving it.
The balls go all over, which is why peanut butter is probably better.
Yeah.
Peanut
Yeah.
butter is
What?
secure.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
I've been playing with smart plugs. I've got my fun like goofy galaxy lights, and I have it set where at sunset every night they automatically go on. So my house, like as the sun's going down, my house just turns into a psychedelic
Wow.
jungle gym. It's
That's
cool.
nice.
It's really fun. I have a new hobby, but then also two requests for the audience. We talked in an old episode about my aspiring hobby of light projection. This was a Keith pitch to me. Remember of like projecting art onto the world. And there's this company that does
3D projection.
3D
Light
projection.
projection. That's like when you're kind of just visualizing yourself in a different place.
Yeah.
and you kind
No,
of
that's
appear
astral
there, but
projection.
only
That's
for a
astral
little bit.
projection.
I would
okay,
love
sorry,
that.
sorry.
That's the hobby I wish I had.
Oh man, more than anything. But the company that does it, Lightform, it seems that their product doesn't exist anymore. It was sold out, and now it just says it's discontinued. need. So if anyone out there is listening, I'm too lazy to research. So tell me what I should buy because I was waiting for it to come back. It seems like it's never coming back. Also, as a quick aside,
Yeah, audience, do our personal assistant task.
someone out there knows. Someone out there knows this already.
I'll look it up. I love looking up weird stuff like
So
that.
what? So is it like you cover a flashlight with a little star cut out and it
Exactly
makes shapes?
it.
Honestly,
that's enough for a hobby.
No,
I don't
it's
like that.
it scans. We've already talked about this, so I'm not gonna do it.
It scans
It's-
a room, and you build it. Then you can put that scan into like a Photoshop, and you can design things that have depth.
Oh, cool.
This is just a quick request to the audience. There's a Try Guys fan channel out there called CTPYP. If you're listening, hit us up. You do great stuff. I want to know who you are.
Yeah,
what up?
Oh, yeah.
I just
Who are
remembered
you?
that. Who are you? I want to know you.
Slide into Zach's DMs.
Slide into my
Slide into
DMs,
the
yo.
DMs.
The DMs are open. We reached out to
follow-
Come
do
join
follow
YouTube.
us
them.
for an internship.
We reached out to YouTube and we're like, hey, can you put us in touch with this person? They're like, we can't do that. That's private information. Like, yeah, but they're like our fan and they like only post
Yeah.
about us and they're like, no, that's like illegal. I'm like, that makes sense. I actually am glad that's your answer. But
Yeah.
if you're listening, we want to know who you are. My hobby as of late has been photography. So I bought
way.
a really nice camera a couple years ago as a gift to myself. A Leica, really beautiful digital camera, and then I also got
It was like a really beautiful.
Leica, really. It's the Leica.
What's a trombone?
Q2, I think.
That's
That
good.
was
I like
Nice.
that one.
See-
and then I got a film camera that it's just a point and shoot. It's a context. It's really simple, but the photos are so beautiful. And I get them in. I take photos. I have been having a lot of fun editing them. I mean, there's so much you can do with the color.
The film?
Well, both. I mean, the digital one has a
Yeah.
lot more latitude, but the film you can play with a lot as well. Lightroom is this is an Adobe software.
Yeah.
Is so much better than when we were coming up.
yeah.
It now just has a button. Photoshop does this too, where you just do select subject, and it's smart enough
Yeah.
to know that that's a person.
No way.
And you don't
Yeah.
have to do your little fucking draggy to like do the edges. It's so
my
accurate.
God.
You can do that on your
All
phone,
this
man.
time.
Yeah.
On my phone, I can just hit select subject.
What?
It's so
Wow.
easy. So I've been having a lot of fun, and then I realized I haven't posted a single photo. And I have photos from Becky's birthday weekend
Yeah.
months ago, and I have like beautiful photos, and I
Yeah.
just haven't done anything with them. So I need to. I'll just
You
start
should
dumping them on my
Start a
Instagram.
photography account. Then
no
you
one
can
wants
feel like,
that.
well, but that's not the point.
Yeah, I want that. You're
You
right.
want it. If it's
The-
fun
the-
for you.
Nobody wants that in general. Nobody wants random photos that are artistic and not
Right.
of you
Also,
on
it's
your
like-
main feed.
Come
Good
on.
point.
Just start a random photography account. Doesn't
Yeah.
care. You don't care if people follow it, but that way you can.
All right, I
like-
need some name pitches.
Zach photo.
Uh,
Zach hard photos.
Corn did a photo.
Zacky Snaps.
Zach Snaps is not bad. It's
Zach
definitely taken.
Snaps.
Zacky
That's good.
Snaps.
You know what I'll say though?
BDE developer.
Also good.
I was just gonna photo dump them, but maybe I'll.
I think so here's the thing though. Like if you like doing it, it's going to bring you joy to post. And speaking of, I also have been getting into photography.
No way.
To the point where I was like, well, first of all, what type of
It's
film
as
camera do
if
you have?
they both like clickety clack keyboards.
That's right,
and dying
tactile,
art
baby.
forms.
Motherfucker,
It's the
I brought in
same.
my keyboard because it broke, and I'm like, Miles, fix it. And he's like, I'm not your IT person, but also I please fix it.
It
Oh,
brings-
Miles,
brings
yours
you
is
joy.
a little softer.
No, that's mine.
That's Dax.
I brought it in because it's broken.
You guys like
no.
old technology, huh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this thing called euphonium.
Nope. So
It was made hundreds of years ago, and it has tactile buttons.
it's technology technically.
It's got 3 buttons.
But
They
I went
clack.
to a flea market and there was this camera.
Right,
Normally,
I saw you got an old camera.
a really old one. Normally like a $250, $300 camera, but I got it for $40 because the light meter was broken. And then I took the whole thing apart, fixed the light meter,
Wow.
put it all back
How
together.
do you do that?
I just looked up tutorials. I was like, how do I do this? I can probably figure it out.
That must have been
Yes.
very satisfying.
It was satisfying. And I love taking apart stuff.
Everything is learnable.
100%.
Now, it doesn't mean you can learn everything, but everything is learnable.
Definitely.
For someone. And the thing that you might be interested in, you might be able to learn how to do that.
That's right.
You
And
should give it a shot.
It's also like a film camera is all, there's no, like, there's some electronics, but very little. It's an old film camera, like from the fucking 80s. So, like, it's mostly just a tactile thing. And
Yeah, no, I
very
just bought a
satisfying.
really expensive one on eBay.
Which one was it?
The Contax T2.
That's sick. I want to get the Canon F1 big time.
The one that I got,
before.
you have to buy used because they just anyway. Yeah, okay.
I
I'm
bought
sorry.
a Glockenspiel the other day.
I want to get a McLaren F1.
Do you guys have a Glockenspiel?
People are loving this. They're loving this specific camera name drop. There's going to be 2 people in the audience that fucking go
think
wild.
so.
No, they're gonna
think
look
there's
mine up and be
probably-
like, "Oh, Zach dropped money on his game."
That's
What's
right.
fun though is that the film stock is every film stock is different looking, right? So you play with different. I mean, one the ISO, which is how much light it takes, but just the quality of the photo. So I've really enjoyed playing with that too.
It's not the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's the Iowa Symphony Orchestra.
Iowa.
No, there's a lot of cool stuff to learn. I tried to learn it when we were interns at BuzzFeed, and I tried to learn all of film school and camera stuff in about 3 months.
Yep.
They used to use like silver on film to expose it.
In
She
film
used to have
school, they
silver
made
on
me
them.
play edit on a Bolex, which is where you're literally, it's the first editing software, it's
Hardware.
machine where you literally have to cut and tape your film together.
That's
and it's
cool.
so tedious. And you can't do quick cuts because if the cuts are too quick, then the
rips
tape
apart.
is it just tears apart because the tape's too close together. It's not strong enough. It was an awful experience. But then you learn an appreciation of film.
I learned something the other day.
What you learn?
I was looking up a place to go on vacation, and one country I was looking at was Belize. And I knew nothing about Belize, so I started learning about it. And it has a bunch of coastal islands they call cays. And the most popular one, the Ambergris Cay, was made popular in the Madonna song La Isla Bonita.
Wait, how'd you learn this?
He was looking up
I was
vacation spots.
looking up
and then
places to go on vacation.
He fell down a hole of
Fell down a
islands
rabbit hole
facts.
about Belize. And they also have Mayan ruins in Belize.
Woo!
Would you guys ever do one of those things where you spin the globe, throw a dart at it, and then go to the place? Because that's like a good
Yes.
YouTube
As long as
That's-
it's not
yes.
just like the ocean.
Well, no, yeah. You
Well,
wanna
if I'm
go-
throwing a dart and it's spinning, like most of the planet's the ocean.
that's a good point.
I do desperately want to do that. I think the last time I brought it up, we were like, oh no, that's kind of like yes series thing.
It's also so
That's
hard
definitely
because
their thing.
because of the
That's why I wouldn't
global
do it.
pandemic is one thing, but the second is that like it's not easy to travel to every country. You have to
Yeah.
get like travel visas ahead of time. Be like, where you have to tell people where you're fucking going.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to another country, it's like, okay, here are the hotels I'm staying at. Here's how long I'm going to be here. Here's why I'm going. It's just
Yeah.
for fun. And I have these stops along the way. These are things I have planned, and they have to be, okay, cool.
Excuses, not results.
It's just
right.
like it's very hard.
Miles,
to just
you and me can go.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Boys trip.
Boys trip.
I had buddies who went to South America for like 4 months in their like mid 20s. I mean, it was a time when I was like,
Did they
that's not
speak
even
Spanish?
possible. They spoke enough clearly, but they were just like, they didn't know how long they were going to stay in each place. And then one of them just really loved this one town they were in. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to stay here. You guys keep going. And he just stayed alone in South America. It's like, that's fucking awesome.
To be young.
Yeah.
They weren't even that young. They were like 26.
That's really cool.
Pretty young.
It makes
young.
you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a hobby suggestion.
Okay.
I think our company should do after work bowling.
Would love to do it.
We did a
fun.
little fun bowling a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago. It was really fun.
It was.
Do a
I
bowling
bowled the
league.
best game of my life.
Oh, but
But at
okay.
the end,
And Keith, when we say best game of your life, Keith was fucking rushing.
I had 4 strikes, like 3 spares, and no frame under 9 pins. So at 9 pins, so the times that I had like splits and I could only
Did you
take one.
crack 150?
Yeah, I got like 164 or something.
That's amazing.
That's huge.
And
That's really good.
And I was like, I've never gotten above like a 140, really, like maybe 142. But when we get to the 8th frame,
Maybe, yeah.
it was, or the 9th frame. It's in the 9th frame, and it's like, okay, your game is over. And I was like, no, we literally bought 2 lanes in 2 games.
It
Yeah.
timed us the fuck out. And we're like,
No.
and first of all, this is like, it was 5 o'clock
In the afternoon.
and no one was there.
There literally were the only people, like there were people bowling when we started, but by the time we were still bowling, and the reason
A lot
it
of
took so
that
long is
stuff's
because we
automated,
bought
though.
other stuff. We bought food and drinks,
Yeah.
so we were hanging out. We
But
bought 2
you
lanes.
could buy a time game or you could buy per game.
so we bought
per
2
game.
per game.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, you took too long." And I was like, "But you didn't. There's no time
We
limit.
buy you per game. Yeah.
We bought per game." And they were like, they were being like, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, there has to be something you can do. Look at my score. Look at what I've got going on here. I've never bowled this well. You've got to let me finish this game because I have to. I'm like, I literally have a strike the previous thing. So the next few balls could be huge.
Did you buy it, man? Did you buy another hour and score it manually?
We waited there. Everyone left.
We had to go get our receipt. We had to go get our receipt to prove we bought 2 games and not a time game because they couldn't prove it. They didn't want to prove it to us on their end that we had done the right thing.
Wow.
And so we had to prove it to them, get the manager to turn it back on. And even then, it timed out before like the last frame.
I could finish.
Because Zach was the last bowler of the 7 bowlers or whatever before he could do his last ball.
7 bowlers. No wonder you were taking so long.
Wow.
But I did get to finish it. I will say, I think while I still always bowled at least 9 pins, I feel like that affected my flow. I was in the zone.
You stopped for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You got iced.
And I was still able to get like a spare and like a 9 pin.
You know what I
finish,
think?
But
you know what I think?
what do you think?
That fucking bowling clerk, what was his name? Marcus?
Yeah.
I bet you he has the high score at this place. And he was threatened by you.
I've got the bowling high score.
That's right.
And he saw that you were coming for his mantle.
Actually, the one guy was super nice, and he was
a
like,
dick.
he was like trying to help us. But there was another guy
such
who
a
went
jerk.
back, and the other guy came. I was like, yeah, there's nothing we could do. And I'm like, but I bought 2 games. Like, yeah, can't fix it. I'm like, well, no, I know you
They
can.
should not sell by the game.
And
they should just sell by the
limit.
time.
Yeah,
Because
just 2-hour rentals.
the reason
2-hour
you shouldn't
rentals.
sell by the game is, if 7 people are trying to play by the game, it's going to take 3 hours and they're losing money.
But you do pay per person.
Yeah, you pay per person and per
game.
game.
Yeah.
And
So
still
we
the
paid
shoes.
for that.
So like, it was expensive.
Sure.
And like, there was no one. If there were like a bunch of people waiting to bowl, I would have been more like, I understand. We took too long.
Right.
But we didn't.
We didn't.
Keith's
didn't.
big loss. I mean, what did you think was going to happen when you got that high score?
Confetti.
Confetti?
I just wanted that sense of personal pride.
I agree.
And you know what happened instead? I got COVID the next day. But luckily, I didn't poison anybody with my
there's
COVID.
nothing we can do.
Yeah,
It
you
was
were
right
licking the
before I
balls.
was like, it was actually great that it happened that way because I didn't get any of you guys sick.
That's right, yeah.
That were there. But I did feel bad because Jonathan had been winning in both games, and in both games I was able to beat him in the last few frames. Yeah, really.
He punched a hole through the
He
ball.
was so good. Jonathan's good, and Devin was crushing.
Devin was great. And our boy Sam Johnson, if you remember him from our early channel days, he came and visited. So we did a whole happy hour.
MJ was having some good. MJ's good at bowling.
Sam was here?
Sam was here. You
What
missed
the
out.
fuck?
Sorry, bro.
When I was in Italy, Sam visited?
Yeah.
Fucking
and
A.
he was looking hot. I can
love
say
Sam.
that now.
I miss Sam.
Because he's not.
He doesn't work for you
He
anymore.
was looking hot.
And not only was he looking hot, I got a hot film photo of him. Look at this.
Whoa. Is that
Oh,
posed or
yeah.
is that
No, that's a real bowl. And I got this great one of Nick.
So
he
he
hates
just
it.
bowls with perfect form, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we should find like
great.
not the bowling alley we went to, which was like it was like a Dave and Buster's type of place. We should find like a bowling alley place, and like on, I don't know, Thursday after work we bowl like a little mini bowling league. So we try
I've
bowling
been
league.
taking Wes to Lucky Strike on the weekends.
Ned, we're trying to do some big boy
There's also
bowling here.
is it
It's a
Chateau
great- it's a great
Lanes?
bowling
Chateau
place.
Lanes is great because it has like 100,000 lanes and
Chateau
it's like
is good.
really cheap.
Yeah.
I like
That's
Chateau.
awesome.
I've been saying this since the jump, but I would love to start a kickball league against Rhett and Link or Smosh
down.
or
You hear that, Rhett and Link?
You hear that, Rhett and
You're
Link?
going down.
yeah.
I love kickball, so I'm
I
down.
think we have
Really
enough
fun.
people for a kickball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely
We
do.
definitely have big enough.
Well, attendance can be an issue.
Everyone's
You've
it's
been
true.
burned before.
Yeah.
Showing up by
I'm
yourself.
saying I'm on this like rec soccer team. We're constantly struggling with people's
I mean, this isn't a lame sport like soccer. This is kickball.
Yes, soccer.
Kickball, but
this is an unpopular sport, a world global unpopular sport.
Okay,
Kickball is
you
really.
you're allowed to touch the ball with your hands in this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we should bowl or find some or mini golf.
You ready for this
Paintball?
adorable shit?
Okay,
You
sure.
ready for this adorable shit? Last night, we're leaving, and I see a commotion, a little clatter in the other room.
Sweet.
And you got Jonathan and MJ
Yeah.
and Will and Devin doing a D&D one shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're playing D.
cool.
Yeah.
MJ's a little dungeon master.
Yeah, that's very cute.
And it was all the other ones their first time. And I tried to not show my seething jealousy, and I left.
Yeah. How do we get in on that?
Oh, you guys
game?
are playing that? Oh, I mean, I would love to.
It's raining outside.
I would
You're
love.
like
No,
sopping
I
wet.
would love to play. I
That's
can't
super
right now.
cool. Yeah, I get like not wanting to invite your boss or
Yeah.
whatever, but
No,
like,
like,
I'm a human person that likes Dungeons and Dragons, so that
I've
would be
also
cool,
only played
you know?
once, and I would love to. In the
It'd be
future,
nice
maybe
to-
sometime. I can't
nice
right
to make
now.
some
Do you think they
friends
listen to
and
the
have some
podcast?
hobbies.
You're
No.
gonna hear that you were. No, they definitely don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
But yeah, I speak on that, Zach. You know,
Were you
tough.
invited to that game?
I wasn't, but I think only because it was a lot of like first timers, and I have played a lot
You're
before.
too
You're too
legit
good.
to
You
quit.
you
So I think
dominate
that-
the game.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
that's
at least that's
why
what I'm telling myself.
Big Dungeons energy.
That's what I'm telling
Maybe
myself.
that's why they didn't invite us, because they know that we did it for a video and like, oh, they're too experienced.
Right.
Miles, how does it feel to know that you are now the man? And I
Yeah,
don't mean that like you're cool, the
No,
man. Like you are
that's-
the man.
It's
as in
not cool
stick
to
it
have
the
you
man.
join their club.
I do sort of.
Yeah.
have,
You're the
like-
head of this
yeah.
division.
Yeah, well, I've seen your energy, you know, and that's high school senior energy.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so
We're-
it's like,
yeah.
been years since the jump, and it's like there's all these new kids that are playing
Senioritis.
D&D, and I'm like, no, for sure, but like,
I thought you said seen your energy, as in you're just going to mimic what Zach does around the
no.
office.
I think what you're underestimating is that you're a department head.
well, yeah,
And
I'm the
that
man.
That means that you are the man.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
we don't invite the man
That's
to
true.
our cool bonding.
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's what. Why? Yeah, YB and Devlin weren't at the D&D game either, so
That's what I'm
true.
saying.
that makes sense. You know, maybe I'll crash it. Hey guys, I brought my own character sheet.
Don't worry, I got my own dice.
Yeah.
So in a one-shot game, it all is resolved that session? That sounds
correct.
very difficult.
It's just a simple campaign. Probably it's just
That's
a
cool.
battle.
A battle.
I
That's
assume.
what we did. We did a one shot.
Yeah.
But I wanted more, Zach.
I wish-
it was just the tip of the iceberg.
You don't tell me about the tip.
I want some cool dice.
There's a lot of cool dice
I
on
know.
Etsy, bro.
I wish I had
Oh,
A,
my friend,
the
you can
coolest
buy
dice
any
ever,
dice you
and
want.
B, a place to roll them. And now the
Place to
dice
roll 'em.
towers. Have you seen on TikTok people who make dice towers and they're
Yeah.
fucking dope?
They're so
They're dope.
Do they only make them with D6s or with everything?
Let's start our own Hellfire
No,
Club.
it's like they build a thing to drop your dice in. It rolls into a tray. But there's like people who make them look like spooky castles, or look like a shipwreck,
They're really
or
cool.
look like a shoe.
Yeah.
Like-
or slightly tilt it with magnets as it rolls, and you always get a 20.
Oh,
Whoa, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I don't know
bad
if it's
boy,
possible.
bad boy.
Oh.
You know
Bad
what?
boy Fulmer.
Next
I-
time
that
they
would
do
ruin the
D&D,
game,
I'm just
actually.
gonna crash and be like, I brought my own dice, I brought my own my character sheet, and actually my character's impervious to that attack, and I'm just gonna
make
steamroll
it-
them.
make it
Yeah, and they're gonna be like,
unpleasant
"Oh, actually, we're
experience.
rescheduling," and then they just go to like another room.
And then I'll be like, same. I rescheduled till right now. Let's go. And actually, I locked the doors.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just mandate it and we'll just say it's a video, but there's no cameras, and let's go.
Oh, that's fun for you to do.
You
That's
think
fun.
if we did a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, like ripping off a lot of other popular podcasts, we would be successful?
I don't, but
No.
I don't.
no.
But what's that based on?
I think that you guys don't know enough about D&D.
Yeah, so that could be
Yeah.
like the gimmick. That's how it's different.
It's
right?
so funny how we don't know how to play. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
get
we
that.
know how to play.
Well, you know how to play, but
Do you
we
not
know
know
how
how
to
to play? Zach knows how to play. I know how to
knows
play.
how to
Keith
play.
knows how to play.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're a fun little bonus thing we're putting on the Patreon is okay. So you guys saw Eugene's Dick Monster. What was it called?
It was hand job.
Bob.
Handjob Bob the puppet. So I really
my
felt
God.
without instruction seasons going on right now. His entire judging was just a work of art from the second that
wild.
Handjob Bob came on. I mean, you guys saw maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes
Maybe.
of it, but it was like
15 minutes.
it was art, and I was dying the whole time. So I just went to the editing room the other day and I said, guys, get me a multicam edit of just from the second he starts to the ending. Throw it up on Patreon. We're calling it the uncircumcised cut.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Cut. Cut is a great.
And we're gonna do the same for someone's wedding dress reveal. I won't
Ooh.
spoil who, but really was truly.
Oh, yeah, that
I mean,
was
like
wild.
sometimes. Look, editing's a beautiful art form, but sometimes it takes away from the magic of just the raw.
The live in-room experience is
And I
wild
finally
sometimes.
said, "Why are we holding back? Let's give it to the people so you can
Yeah.
you can get that over there."
Damn right.
The uncircumcised cut. Well, I think this is a time where we do a thing, but first, it's a little shout out time because Mr. Miles Bonsignore has a new podcast called Perfect Person.
That's right.
That's right.
It's fun. I look, here's the deal. I listened to it. I've listened to 2 episodes now, and I need you.
What
to
are your thoughts, notes?
It's fun. Not enough Will. I think that you should shut up and let Will talk.
100%. Will is sort of has a stranglehold on the audience in a way I did not expect.
Yeah,
Reviews keep Will. This is after 1 episode.
He's a
by the way.
beautiful boy with a lot to give.
He gives a lot, and he loves being made fun of, and for that,
We stand.
We stand. Yeah.
So go support Miles as a perfect person.
Yeah, it's a call and advice show. We take calls from people. We solve their problems.
I'm sorry, Miles. That's all the time we have. For the
Oh,
plug.
and that's actually
I enjoyed listening to clip. I need to actually listen to an episode, especially this one's that just came out. I've got a lot to learn.
There's an
about
episode
Eugene.
with Eugene that just came out yesterday when this comes out. So head on over and chill with me and Eugene.
Wow, so you asked Eugene to be a guest in your podcast.
That's right,
Not
because he's not
us.
really on this show that much. So intelligently, I had him come
Good
on my
job,
show.
man.
Yeah.
Nice
Very
job.
good.
We can't even get him.
We can't even book him. Yeah, exactly.
He's a busy boy.
Too
But
busy.
if you need
Not-
advice,
Head on over to Perfect Person.
perhaps you want advice that will take you on a journey that is miles long. Advice that'll go for miles.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's
Yes,
advice
he
that'll
gets
go
his
for
own
miles.
podcast, and he can't be bothered to write original songs
No, I
anymore.
think the people want the classic sometimes.
Get ready for the coasting era of the TryPod, everybody.
Senioritis.
Get ready to coast, baby. See, people like the classic.
Shit's going downhill.
Can you imagine there was a time before I even had a theme song?
It's crazy to me. Just then when I was listening to it, I imagine you were driving around in a red convertible, like Guy Fieri.
Ooh.
A red convertible.
Yeah, that's what I feel when I hear that.
Have you ever? What's up, baby? What's up,
There he
honey?
goes.
What's up, sweet pea?
This guy's a scumbag.
Have you ever wanted to be itchy?
Is that a kink?
Or a wool robe.
You think
maybe.
that people have an itch?
I don't know.
kink?
It's sort of like if you imagine it, it exists.
There's a kink for everything.
Do you think that's one? Is that known? Is that well documented? Like I know there's one for tickling and
Have you ever wanted to be surrounded by strangers covered in hair?
If to go back to the itch real quick, I got a
Well, that's definitely
crazy
one.
bug bite. It's big.
Where?
Where?
You want to see it?
Yes.
Show
it's
it.
on your ass.
Show it.
It's
Show
on
the
your
bug
I don't know what it looks like
ass.
today, but
Bug bite reveal. Oh!
Oh wait. Let me see. Let me
so
see.
red.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
It's further back. Can you lift up further back of the shirt?
Oh my
Let me see.
God,
It's
Zach.
huge.
Zach, go to
Wait,
the
Zach,
hospital.
you
What
gotta
is
go
it?
to that.
Zach,
Check
let me
out.
see. Let me see.
That's a
I need
really
you to-
big
I need you
bug
to lift
bite.
to
Is
the
it bigger?
back of
It's a hive.
I
How
need
big
to
is
see-
it?
It's
I can't
really
see
big.
it.
It's really. It's like a giant
Show
spider
him.
bite.
Show the bite. That's
You're just
a
having
spider
you're having
bite.
a bad reaction to a spider bite, but it's not a. You're not. It's not.
There's
poison.
baby spiders coming out of the
Brother,
hole.
what you gotta do? You gotta
big.
you gotta draw a circle around that bad boy. See if
Yeah.
the red's getting bigger, smaller.
I did that with a photograph.
As long as it's not.
Photos
turning
can be
purple
deceptive.
or black.
Well, now that I see Zach's nipples,
Okay.
he was talking about nipples the whole time. He couldn't wait to get his shirt off.
Shirts
You're
off.
looking tan.
Have you ever wanted to get a bargain bin for the price of a freaking bargain win?
I'm tan.
What are you talking about?
You look kind of tan, doesn't he?
Thanks.
Your skin looks like the wood grain behind you.
Flea market.
Oh yes.
Go
Yeah.
to the flea market
Flea
Your
markets
headphones
are
are not
fun.
going through your shirt.
and tell everybody that you're going to get a bargain bin.
There you go.
And you're going to go and you're going to say, "What's that shirt? It looks like it's from the 70s." And you're going to get it and it's going
gonna
to
be so itchy.
stink and it's going to be itchy and it's going to be bad. But if you go to the Jesus, Zach is put the microphone under his shirt and everywhere, okay? This pocket is being held together with freaking candles and glue.
Candles would not hold something together. I guess wax.
But go to the flea market and go with your buddies. Because I went with my boys to the market, and honestly,
Yes.
any boys' buddies activity.
Which market?
We went to the Silver Lake one.
You've never once
Oh,
invited
the
me.
Silver Lake one is overpriced, small, and not a great
The
selection.
one in the school?
Ooh, don't know that one.
Yeah, yeah, the one at the school.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's where I got the camera.
Yeah, well, overpriced and
That's
poor
fine.
Said
selection.
he got a
It was
good deal.
$40 and it was broken.
I went to this one that was way the fuck far away, and I didn't
Gotta go to
actually.
the Rose Bowl
I did
Market.
get some. It's where I got that cool brown, like 70s looking tracksuit that I maybe have worn once, and but I got it for super cheap, and it was really cool. But I also there was a guy who specifically just sold musical instruments, and he had like
That's nice.
everything out there, and I was very close to buying an alto sax, but I'd rather buy a tenor sax if I'm buying a saxophone. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to hear more about the various brass
I love
instruments there are in the world.
That's a woodwind, but it is made of brass. Isn't that fun?
But yeah,
it's
the
fun.
flea market's a place to go with your buddies, and you get closer
Yeah.
and you look around and you're like, oh, look at this funny shirt. And then everyone laughs, and you're like, oh, it's a Saturday.
Imagine you go to a new town for a bachelor party. You know, you playing some D&D.
Dang right.
Just throwing back cans and brewskis.
Brew 'em.
Head on
And
over
the
to the
next
flea market.
morning, wake your hungover ass up and get to the market with your bros.
Damn right.
Miles, I got
Buddies.
a suggestion for you.
What's that?
Go all the way down.
Go fuck yourself.
Go down far away. It's about an hour southeast of here. And it's called King Richard's Antique Mall.
Oh, based on the movie?
You're just
It's gargantuan. So this has already been ruined by TikTok. So I'm not super concerned because I found it on TikTok, and
it's a Will Smith themed.
It's a huge. It's such a big antique mall. It feels like a flea market because there's like a million booths. But
yeah.
it's unbelievably large, and you're inside. Whereas in the summer, when it's hot out here, it's hot out here. It's a great way to have that kind of day. And I think there's an Auntie Anne's pretzel truck that's outside of it, which I've never seen before or anywhere outside of that. An Auntie Anne's pretzel truck.
I didn't know they had trucks.
Yeah.
Wow,
Or
I'm
maybe it's a
definitely gonna
Wetzel's
go.
pretzels truck. It's one of the pretzel chains.
You better
trucks.
get your shit straight,
They're
boy.
both the fucking same twisted braid of bread.
Dare you?
People can write in.
Baking soda water bread.
Have
But
we
I-
done
that
pretzels
sounds
without a recipe?
No, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's basically bagels.
Be boil
Keith
them.
just taught me how to do it.
It's basically bagels, but they're like a little different.
I waited in line for a fucking hour and a half to get a bagel on Saturday.
That
Are you
where?
happy about it?
Courage Bagels. Shout out. It was a great bagel. But the problem was it was just like fucking so busy. And it's like,
That's too long.
that's
for
just
me.
not
That's
worth
LA
it. It's
for
too
ya.
long. But I was
Too
already
long for a
up and I was like a little bit hungover. And I was just like, I'm just in this line. I'm trying to do a sweet thing for my baby.
Yeah.
For me?
No, not for you. For my sweet love. My wife.
For me? Oh.
My sweetheart was sleeping
Did
her
she-
head off.
Did she give you a medal?
She did. Well, she was asleep when I got home.
Wait, I'm sorry. You call both me and Sarah your baby?
We have to end the show. Let's get.
Join the afterpod.
All right, we're going to keep the party going.
That's weird that you share nicknames
Look,
for two different
when I
people.
text you something in the middle of the night, hey baby,
Yeah.
you up?
Uh-huh.
Wait, that happened?
Yeah, and then he says, go to sleep. It's late.
I say sleepy bye.
He says, hey, baby, you up? And I say, yeah. And he goes, you shouldn't be. It's bedtime.
You shouldn't be at bedtime. And I give him like a million
That's
emojis.
strange either way.
Yeah, I send him a gift
Whether it's
emoji and I say,
Zach.
open the little.
Look, I don't judge the way you text with your boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Keith, hits with the official TryPod theme song.
Hey, baby, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. It's a tripod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.